Hello, my little weirdos. I've got several videos I'm gonna upload, and they're like bird videos. And I'm a little excited. I wasn't gonna get on camera right now because I'm like not even. I hope I'm presentable. Oh my gosh, I'm just very excited. Um, there's a squirrel up there now. Um, what I feed on my windowsill is red and white millet with cracked corn and sunflower seeds in it. And then I do whole peanuts in the shell, unsalted. Getting them raw is the best for them, not roasted, but those are really expensive to get. And I buy 10 pounds peanuts in the shell a month. 99% goes to them. Um, I'll get a handful now and then for a snack because I'm not big on salt anyway. But when I first moved here 3 years ago, I had suet blocks, just suet blocks, easy peasy, in a cage, and I had to move it from there after that first year because there was poop just all over. I had it on the very edge, on the railing, but they still pooped on the table. Ugh, it was just a mess on the floor, on the concrete. And I was like, oh god, because we don't have hoses. We can't have any place to hook a hose up. You're in a garden apartment. So I thought about it, and I've got wide shelf sills of brick. That's why I put them up, because the brick is like, you've seen it's probably about that wide, so they can land on there and everything. And then that first year at the suet block, I saw it was mostly just European starlings, those blackbirds that are smaller than crows, and in the summertime they have that. In the sunlight, they have that sheen that doves and pigeons have sometimes, but they're black. And in this winter and in the fall and the winter, their feathers they're all black and they have white spots on them. They grow those feathers in, so it's for hiding in the snow type of thing. And I saw a red-headed woodpecker like once pecking at the suet. Fast forward 2 years ago, I put it on the windowsill. I've been here just a little over 3 years. So last year, again, it was mostly starlings. There was some of the smaller wrens, chickadees, sparrows, whatever, they are. And the blue jays came for the peanuts. The squirrels love the peanuts. But I have seen when I'm out of peanuts for a couple days, the blue jays will scoop up some of the, they don't peck it. They'll actually like kind of peck scoop and get several pieces in their beak and fly and take off. And I actually have seen the squirrels picking out like cracked corn and sunflower seeds if there's no birds around and there's no peanuts. He'll eat that stuff. Also, it's like a piece of banana that's too ripe for you. Strawberries that you don't want to eat because they're getting withery kind of. They're not all plump. I've got some blackberries. I'm gonna see if they like those. Got those for free because those shit's expensive. But usually it would have been the starlings first, but because I had the peanuts, it was the squirrels. Then the blue jays found it last year and never left. They're teaching their young to come too, which is cool. Same thing with the squirrels. But last year I saw, again, a red-headed woodpecker just once, and he took off fast. This morning. But that's about all I've seen. I really want crows and ravens, and I've seen them on the building across the way on the roof. And I know the difference. And I have video. I think it was a crow, that one, playing, not chasing, a squirrel on the, because then the squirrel chased him, and then they were playing. It was like, what? I've got it uploaded somewhere in here. And I'm sitting there going, what? Really? And it was like several minutes I stayed focused on there, and it was for real. They were not hunting each other, you know, because the squirrel would jump up and the bird would flap his wings, and it was weird. It was weird, but in garden apartments, what would get them is like meat products or something, and I don't think the garden apartments are going to be happy with that. But the exciting news is earlier, about an hour or so ago, I saw a little red head, a little red, and I'm like, is that a cardinal? Is that a cardinal? And because I did have one male cardinal come by last year as well. So I'm like, oh, yes, 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 yes. Eventually, the European starlings weren't here at all for most of the time. They came back in the fall. But they hadn't been around my feeder. I guess they figured out where it was finally. Because I would throw during the summer sometimes seed out in the grass in front, so the birds wouldn't fight on the ledge, because there was like a whole shitload of different birds, and I was like, you know. But I've seen the doves whacking the squirrels and the blue jays with their wings. And I mean, seriously, I've seen the blue jay hop at the doves. He'll look at the dove and he'll like hop over to it. The dove will whack it. The squirrel comes jumping over them. It's like, that was the way it was this morning. I'm like, what the heck? It's another circus on the windowsill day. But I saw that red. I thought, cardinal? And I kind of looked, because you got to move slow, because sometimes, and I'm like, he popped his head up 2 more times while he was pecking, and it was black-headed, or a red-head, it was a red-headed woodpecker, because you saw the black and white stripes. And he hung around a few times, and then he flew away, and then I was like, oh, at least I caught it. And then he was back. And I'm like, ooh, there you are. And I saw the black and white again. I'm like, awesome, awesome. I've got some video of one of the times. And then, about 40 minutes ago, I catch in the corner of my eye, I'm trying to catch up on news from overnight, and I catch in the corner of my eye, because I have mirrors here, a little flash of red. And I'm like, because that's not typical at my feeder. And I'm like, oh, is the woodpecker back? And I turned around just to watch from here. Raspy was very interested. He had his face right up to the screen, and Raspy the cat. And so I get up real slow, and like, and there's a, it was crazy. There was a freaking cardinal there on the ledge. I'm like, what? And what was even weirder was about 10-15 minutes after that settled down, it started to get very windy right before the sun started popping out, because it was very overcast. It's like what, 9:30 now, but it was really overcast, like around 8. And now the sun's popping in and out, and I went just before, when the wind was kind of really blowing and the sun wasn't able to pop out at all. It was really cold, and I had the window open to get some air in there, and so I can video, because it's better when it's just through a screen instead of a screen and a window. You've seen the difference. So I get up, Raspy's back over there, you know. I mean, really, you'll see his ears. But I go to reach over to close the window. I'm like, and then I'm seeing the window, out the window there, a bird, and it was like it was something I was like, what is that? Because it kind of had like a steel blue color. And I mean, I know there's the eastern bluebird, not blue jays, but bluebird in New Jersey, but I personally have never like sat and, oh, there's one. You don't see them all that much. So I look at it, get a little closer, and he's still all in the little crook of the branches of the shrub out here. He's all like floofed down there. And I moved a little closer because I'm trying to get a look. And it wasn't like that brighter blue that you'll see if you look up Eastern New Jersey Eastern bluebird. It was more of a steel blue color. But that just could be because whatever it's been eating hasn't, because I've noticed the birds that come around my place all the time, their plumage has gotten so brilliant. You've seen the blue jays, they're just really brilliant. So it could just be that. But I saw a little bit of its belly and it was white, but under the wings there was like a rust color, a black beak, and I'm like, and it was little and it made this tiny little chirp, and I'm keeping moving, and it's not. I'm right at the window. I even had my hand up to close the window a little, and it wasn't moving. I'm like, why isn't it flitting away? I mean, it's not like it's used to hearing and seeing me and the cats. And then I realized the heat from the window. He's probably loving that and didn't want to sit on the windowsill because it doesn't trust me. I've noticed that some of the cold nights, if I just have the bathroom window open like just a little bit, just to get some air, because sometimes the heat cranks in here. And we don't have a thermostat, at least this phase of it doesn't. You have to control it with a knob on the baseboard, but you don't have an actual temperature that you know what it is in your home. So I have to kind of open windows this much or this much to regulate it, kind of. It's not a problem after you figure it out the first year. And I thought, oh, wow, I don't know. So I did wind up leaving it open for a little longer, and then he was still there. So I closed it more after he finally exited the building or the area, shall we say. But I couldn't believe it. A red-headed woodpecker and a cardinal came by and a bluebird. Now, like I said, the first two I have seen once in the last year and once the year before. But last year, a cardinal came right up on the window sill too. So I don't know if it's the same one or, but I'm excited. 3 birds that don't usually come or haven't found it. And of those 3, one of them has never been seen by me, not even just at my window, but for the 12 years I've been back in New Jersey, I haven't actually physically, personally seen a blue jay, either flying by or anything. And I notice animals. So I'm very excited about that. I know it sounds silly, but this is the kind of stuff that heals me. This is the kind of stuff that it's my self-love. Some of it is nature, animals, plants. I love that. That rejuvenates me, And yeah, okay, I'm weird. I get it. I accept it. I acknowledge it. I revel in it by now. At 61, if I haven't learned how to just, that's me, then, why keep bothering? I get it. I think differently. When I've had therapists tell me, more than one of them has said, your thought processes and the way you view things isn't like most people. I was like, and that's wonderful or terrible. Yeah, one of them said I have the mindset, the way I see things, like a professor or a teacher type of thing, where a problem solving, you're logical, but you factor in the emotion as well. So it's linear and creative, just different parts of me. So I don't know. I'm weird. Okay, I've been called odd. I've been called strange. I mean, even when I was in grade school, high school, I've always kind of been, oh, she's that little weird one. You know, that head, what do they say? Head in the clouds and feet on the ground kind of thing. So, but I am just tickled giddy. Seriously. Three of them, and one I've never seen there. Anyway, let me go upload that stuff, and I will see you later. Peace out.